We continue to approach the Christmas season and recognize the second week of Advent. I have attached a link to the video for the lighting of the preparation candle or the faith candle. The closing of the video will not correspond to our reading of Psalms this week, but I pray that you are drawn closer to the Lord as you prepare for the Christ child celebration and as you read the book of Psalms, this week, chapters 6 through 10. In Psalm 6, the writer humbly recognizes his predicament, which is usually the result of sin. He expresses sorrow over it and demonstrates a fresh commitment to remain close to God. We don't know the cause of David's pain, but whatever the cause, he sought God for the remedy. It was a time of deep discouragement for David, but he did not waver in his faith. The 7th psalm was sung to the Lord from David concerning Cush, a Benjaminite. We do not know what Cush said about David, but apparently he was one of the court liars who flattered Saul and made life difficult for David by accusing him of trying to take over the throne from Saul. David cried out to God. When we want justice, we must go to God in prayer and be honest with him and let him be the judge. Wait on the Lord and then give him thanks and praise. The universe is vast and full of grandeur. To respect God's majesty, we must compare ourselves to his greatness. We are important because God made us in his image and considers us highly valuable. We have the authority to care for the whole earth, as is written about in Psalms 8. I was thankful to read a praise psalm in chapter 9. God had won a victory for David, so he sang a song of praise. It was written to express to God the appreciation of his worth. It is saying, thank you for each aspect of his divine nature. Our inward attitude becomes our outward expression. When we praise God, we help ourselves by expanding our awareness of who he is. We close out the week by reading a psalm where the writer, who was probably David, thought God was far away. But even though the writer had honest doubts, he did not conclude that God no longer cared. He just wanted God to hurry to his aid. It is in times as these that we cannot give up on God. We need to keep praying and telling him about our troubles. This week's devotions are written by Bart and Jane, and we will look forward to reading another 5 chapters of Psalms next week. And remember, Biblical Shakers makes reading the Bible way more enjoyable for you. I pray the Lord will put a hunger on your heart.